Hello, this is Dorothy Smith, your friendly neighborhood, close to my heart consultant. And I wanted to show you today, our new catalog came out May 1st, and it's our Seasonal Expressions 2. I should have had it here to show you. But they have some wonderful papers in it for the next 3 months. But this is, by far, this is my favorite. So I just have to show it to you. So this is called Fresh Air. And these 2 pages here are the Picture My Life cards. Fresh Air, it's an outdoor theme. So what we have here is some like a burlap type paper, and it's actually a kind of a tree ring in kind of glacier blue dots, which is great for a background, and then some leaves, which is a light pattern, which is also great for a background, and then a bolder pattern that's different kinds of leaves in juniper and glacier, real beautiful blues and greens to mix together. And then another background paper that's sort of like a wood grain, but in blue. And great zip strips. We've got a row of pine trees here and some arrows and some leaves and kind of a geometric and also kind of a stripy kind of thing. But I'm gonna flip the papers over, and here you've got a green background, but look at this. It's a forest, obviously, a fog-filled forest with greens and browns and blues in it. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous paper. So you get 2 pages of that, and of course, you wouldn't want to cut that up, so that's a perfect background for a 2-page scrapbooking layout. And then some of my favorite paper is always the wood grain, so I love these planks. And then this is kind of a stucco, which is great for a background, and then you've got a nice wood grain in maybe a nutmeg color, brown color, that has some words on it with arrows and what have you. So just super, super great background paper. And I will tell you, I put the pages together before I made a video because I was so excited about this paper. So sorry about that, but let me show you how the pages came out. So this is with, I'm gonna put these aside. So these are some cards, and I am gonna make some cards with you. And normally when I'm making the scrapbook pages, I don't make the cards, but these cards were so cute that, and I loved this little stamp set with the thin cuts called Fresh Air Card Making. Anyway, here are the instructions. And so this is the layout. So these, I have to tell you that our scrapbooking layouts are pretty easy to do. The cards have more stamping in them than of course you can always, if you want to use your own layout and stamp away to your heart's content on the layout, you could totally do that. But anyway, this is how the layouts came out. And so this is the first one called Taking It Easy. And the Taking It Easy is in you can tell it's shiny, but it's a copper. It sort of looks gold the way I'm looking at it on my computer, on my camera, but it's actually a copper color, which is real pretty. And so this and the stars and the chair and stuff here comes with the paper packet in a bundle that has the complements with it. So you get a set of complements that has stickers and die cuts in it, and then you also get some really nice kind of a rustic ribbon in a dark green. And what else do we get? Oh, and then we get some nice wood shapes that I'll show you in a little bit. So anyway, this is the first layout, which, I mean, this is super simple. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are just 2-inch strips, 2 by 6, with a zip strip going across the bottom, and you could put in another zip strip or a 1/2-inch piece at the bottom here to finish it off. And then you also get the photo placement pictures so that you know which size photo, what size to cut your photos to put them there. So anyway, I really like that layout. Like I said, very easy to do. And then the next layout, I liked it because it's got the large, maybe 7.5 by 12 wood panel background for your pictures with a strip of ribbon, 2 zip strips here and here. And then this is a sticker that comes with it that says "Time to unwind and relax," which who isn't for that? So anyway, and there's a cute little pine cones and stars that come with the compliments, part of the compliments, and the arrows and the little heart, the wood heart, is part of the compliments. So this was also, you know, pretty easy layout to do, but, you know, very effective looking, very easy to put together, but it'll make your pictures stand out real nicely. And you really want your pictures to be the front and center of your layouts. I mean, a real fancy layout is fun to do, but you don't want to take away from your pictures. So this is my favorite. And you know, you've got the whole background of the forest, which I just love, and a zip strip, and you know, about a 1.5-inch stripe going across there. These are 2 PML cards. Well, this isn't a card, I'm lying. That's one of the background and textures. This is a PML card. Anyway, and this is a sticker and some of the little wooden embellishments. Anyway, I really like that. And you get the full feel of what this paper looks like with the forest and the fogginess and like an early morning kind of waking up at a campsite kind of feel. Anyway, I really, really love these papers. And my husband and I got us an old RV that he has fixed up beautifully. He made a blog called This New Old RV. Anyway, we're going to be camping a lot with our RV. It's camping the way I can camp anymore. I can't get down on the ground and do the tent thing. I did that when I was 11 with my family. Not anymore. Okay, so this is the Fresh Air card making stamp and thin cuts, and it is also in the new catalog. And you get, this is what the stamp looks like. So you've got phrases say, relax and enjoy your day, just a note, just breathe and live life, which I love that. You make me smile even without trying, and life is a beautiful thing. It's 100% real. And anyway, I really liked all of those sayings. And then you get the thin cuts, which makes cutting out your pieces and stamping them very, very simple. So anyway, I am going to show you these cards. So these are the cards that I made, which is in the back of the in the instructions. So those are the instructions with the how-tos, how to do everything actually. And so I thought I would put a set together of the cards for you. But this is what they're supposed to look like. And let's see if I can make them again. You never know. Okay, so I've got my 3 little piles of cards pieces here. So I've cut everything out, and I also did the used my Cuddle Bug and did the thin cuts. So that's ready to go. And I've got, I only get, some people cut up cardstock to make cards, but we have a value pack that has 50 pre-scored cards in it and 50 envelopes. And it's just so simple, and it's only $14.50 for 50 cards and envelopes. I mean, cheap, real inexpensive, but still our, you know, our great card stock. Okay, so let's see here. I've got my inks, and I will start off with, let's see. Okay, I'm going to start off here with this card. So put him aside, pull him down. Okay, so I cut all the pieces, like I said. The only thing I added was I did corner rounders on this particular piece. So let me just put this together real quick. Yeah. Okay, that's close. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get that stamp, which is the relax and enjoy your day. Now, if you read the instructions here, it says to stamp the border, which I'll do, but when you, oh, here it is. When you stamp the saying onto the Cuttlebug piece, they want you to use Fern, Juniper, New England Ivy ink. And so there's 3 different colors of ink going along here. So let me just show you how I did that. Okay, so I'm using my 3x3 block, and okay, so I have my New England Ivy, my Juniper, and Fern. Okay, I'm gonna put these pieces over here. Okay, so I'm going to get some scrap paper. So I've got my stamp on the block, and I'm going to, and I don't think it matters which one goes first. I'll go ahead and put in the Juniper. I'm going to do the top piece, and then I'm going to kind of tilt and put some Fern on, and then the last one I'm going to put down the New England Ivy. And so I've got 3 different colors of stamp, of ink going on here. Oh, smart girl. I always tell you to put the little cushion underneath so you get a good stamp. Please be okay. Yay. Okay, good. That worked. I lucked out. Okay. So the stamp color is kind of mixed, which is totally okay. So you've got the Juniper, and then the Fern, and then the darker New England Ivy. So I'm happy with that. And let me kind of scoot these out of the way. And they have, well, I did it my own way. They have the ribbon going under, so I'm going to try to do the way I'm supposed to do it. So let me put this on. And get it basically in the center. And I think I'll go ahead and do the other stamp on here without having... I think I'll use the shorter one. Now, had I not used these stamps first, I would have seasoned them or rubbed them on my arm, but these have been seasoned since I made a couple of sets of cards already. Okay, so, and I don't have any smudges, and I'm just going to put this little yeah, you notice that? Forgot to put it on there again. Okay. So that just kind of brightens up the card. It just adds a little bit more texture to it. I think it's real cute. Someplace around here I have my ribbon. Okay, so they have you cutting 2 pieces, going the width. So I'm just going to overshoot the runway a little bit here. Get them long enough. And then I'm just going to use my Tombow to glue the ribbon down. There may be some other ribbon glue that is a little bit better, but this is what I'm going to use. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of run it there and then run another piece. And then I'm going to put them like that. I'm going to put a little bit of space in between them. And I overshoot the runway so I know I am not shortened, don't have it too short of a piece. So I just turn the card over and cut it down. So it's going definitely edge to edge. And then they have a little tie. And so what I'm going to do is just make a little knot like that, and cut a diagonal, and cut a diagonal. And put that on like that. And then I'm going to, I wish I had my glue dots. I don't have my things to bump it up a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to put this on just like that. And very quickly, the card is done. So the only thing I would add now is, because I do like to, if you're going to make a card, then you can let people know that you're making a card for them. And so this is our new, what's the name of it? Stamped with Love Essential. So this is A1222. It's stamp. Anyway, you can put this on the back of your cards, and I can put Made with Love. Someplace around here I have it. There it is. Okay, I think I'm going to stamp that in the juniper, just because I love juniper. I love the color. And I'm going to put that on the back. That's my Hallmark stamp. Put that on the back of the card, and then your card is finished. Now, the other thing that I like to add, I always like to add a little something to my envelope. And so I really like this phrase, just breathe and live life. And maybe it's because I took a yoga class, and I really anytime I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't go back to sleep, because of yoga, I learned how to do what they call yoga breathing. And I'm going to use the same triple ink technique here. Anyway, I do my yoga breathing in the 3 o'clock in the morning, and before you know it, you're sound asleep. So I count, I breathe in to the count of 4 or 5 and breathe out to the count of 8 or 10. It's 2 to 1. And before you know it, I'm back to sleep. And so I'm putting on the front of my card, just breathe and live life. And so there's my first card. So, okay, let me just get things going a little bit quicker here, hopefully. I don't know if that's possible. I love this little corner that comes with this stamp set. And you wouldn't think that you'd need to do anything to this little piece, but look at what taking a little nutmeg ink and putting corners on. Just a little something to make it look a little bit more special. Okay, so that piece, and the next thing I do is stamp this with Life is a Beautiful Thing. And that goes in New England Ivy. Okay, that was a good stamp. Okay, someplace around here I have here we go. Okay, I'm going to take my sponge and I'm just going to distress this a little bit because it's just too crisp and clean looking. So I'm just going to lightly add some nutmeg ink to it to coordinate with the piece underneath it. Not a whole lot, just enough to not have it look bright white. Okay, and then I'm going to put that down like that. Get a card here. And this is a zip strip, so super easy. Cut to 4 1/4. And a piece of ribbon. that there. Okay, now this is going to get a dovetail. And that's going to go like that, and then finish putting the ribbon down. And then this goes like that. And then they have a little pine strip for stamping. And let's see, I don't want to, I'm just doing a small segment of it, and I'm going to put that right under there. And it gets a little, it's supposed to get a little, here we go, and I actually have another star. Yeah. Now you might be inclined to use a little bit stronger adhesive like liquid glass to put the embellishment on. And then I put my stamp on the back. Let's see, what color do I want? I think I'll do the New England Ivy because it's kind of a predominant color there. And then you can see that for sure. So, and I will stamp, I'm not going to do the same, I'll do the same envelope for all of the, because I like the way I did that. So I'm not going to do any more envelopes. And we'll just get on to the next card. Okay, so the next card is You Make Me Smile. Super, super simple to do. So this is like a 1 1/4 inch strip by 5.5. So that goes down, and then a piece of ribbon goes down. And a zip strip. I was going to say someplace around here is a zip strip. And any extra, I had a little tad hanging over the edge there. So, okay, and then I'm gonna stamp this with You Make Me Smile. And that gets done in the juniper. Have I told you how much I like juniper? I really like juniper. It's just right up my alley, the greenish blue. I love teals and aqua. And so that goes on, and they suggest you put just a little little knot. I can never figure out, can cut one angle real easy, but then to get the angle to match, it's like I have a hard time doing that. I don't know what my problem is, but. And I'll run the knot going the same direction as the oval. And then they have a little arrow to emphasize that you make me smile. So I think since the predominant color is, whoops, what happened to my, there you are. Since the predominant color is the juniper, then I'll use the juniper for my stamp on the back. Okay, so there's that card. See, these cards are so simple to do, but they're so cute. I love that. Okay, so now this one is using, this is our almond paper. And you stamp someplace. I think I need my taller one. This gets the relax and enjoy your day, gets stamped onto the almond, but you're not gonna, and I'm using the nutmeg to stamp it. So this is a second way of using this stamp. So here you have it. But then they put the little piece of green background and texture paper over this sentiment because they've turned this into a thank you card. And so I'm going to put the green paper right over there, and where's another card? Okay, so this is going to be, this, I mean, I just think, I mean, these are some very, very easy cards to make. But they still, they don't look, you know, they don't look so simplistic that somebody's saying, oh, well, anybody could do that. Which we don't want to tell them, but anybody can. But most people don't want to mess with it. So it's just those of us that enjoy doing scrapbooking and card making and being a little bit crafty, you know, once you do stuff, it's like, oh wow, I didn't know I can do that. I mean, I've taken ladies that have no idea how to use a ruler, and now they're just really kicking it, making scrapbook pages and zipping right along. I mean, it's just, it's really exciting to see. You know, they feel like, oh, I can't do this in the beginning, and they make mistakes, and it's like, you know, mistakes are no big deal. I've been doing this for a long time, and you should see the things that I do. I mean, you know, that's too hard to work with. We all make mistakes. And we all, the important thing is to learn from them. I just messed that piece of ribbon up. And if you need to apologize, you apologize. I have a hard time with that myself, but it's important for you and others to get that. I'm telling that because I have such a hard time apologizing myself. But it's good for everybody. And it's good for me. As hard as it is. Okay, so this is going to go on. Everything's sticking to me. And I'm going to put it on just like that. And then these little guys are all going to get stamped with thank you. And I'm going to use the 3 different colors. Let me see. The stamp looks a little, yeah, it's fine. I'm going to put the little arrow on the back. So there's a little arrow that goes next to these thank yous. And you match the thank you color to the arrow. So, you know, I'll start off with juniper. And I'll do a juniper thank you. Oh, made a mess. And a little arrow next to that. So that's going to go on there like that. Okay. And then, okay, clean that stamp off a little bit. You should clean it with your stamp cleaner and a little brush. The little. Okay, the next is fern. And I'll put that on. With my fern arrow. And then, whoops, not the nutmeg, the New England, right? New England. And the New England arrow. And there's my thank you card. So, let me put my stamp on the back. And you know, I might make it a tricolor. Let's see what that looks like. Hopefully it comes out okay. Ta-da! It came out just fine. So I went with the tricolor to match the other side of the card. And just because I wanted to. And so there's the final, that's the 4 cards. So anyway, I've got kind of a mess here, but you know, does anybody craft in neatness? Don't make me feel bad and tell me that you do. But anyway, I'm real happy with these cards. I really like the way these cards came out. I'm very happy with how easy they were, but how cute they are too. So I just think Close to My Heart did a great job in designing these cards. Let me come down a little bit. They weren't complicated, and they're very nice cards with really nice sentiments. So I think that's all I have to say for right now. So hope you enjoy, and go out onto dorothy.ctmh.com and you can look at the New Season Expressions 2 catalog and all the wonderful papers and new stamps and what have you that they've got in there. So anyway, take care for now. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my blog at .scrapbooking.com.